Whether the team is giving us the highest of highs or the bluest of blues, we'll cover it all here on Commanders Nightly News. I, of course, am your host, Louie T. Thank you for joining me. Let's get to tonight's lead story. I can't remember wanting a game as bad as I want this one, in the regular season, of course, on Sunday. Now, there have been plenty of games. In 2012, there were at least 3 or 4 games that I wanted extremely bad during that run to the postseason in Robert Griffin III's rookie season. There have been a couple along the way since then, not many, because we haven't been all that good. You know what I'm saying? 2015 had a couple of games that were huge. Obviously, the Code Red game was massive in 2015, but there weren't many games that, oh my God, I got to have it, in that 2015 season. That Eagles game on Christmas Eve that we went to Philadelphia and clinched the division was a big one. Wanted that one, of course, but that pales in comparison to this right here, this regular season game right here, because of all of the trash talk that has been going on between Washington fans and Eagles fans this offseason. I'm definitely in the middle of that. All of the different things that have been said about Washington leading up to this season, specifically Carson Wentz, what he is, what he can't do, and all of the trash talk that has gone on, in regards to him and what, he represents, and he stinks, and you're going to find this out and that out, and okay, we'll see. And obviously, then there's the Eagles side of things and all of the publicity that they're getting right now. All of the shine that Jalen Hurts is getting, which honestly, I could care less about that. He could get all the pub and the shine and the MVP talk. As long as they're losing football games, I could give a shit about any of that. But understand that we live in an East Coast bias. When it comes to the NFL specifically, I can't speak for other sports, but specifically in the NFL, there is an East Coast bias, and there always has been, there always will be. And when this division was really good, in the 80s, in the early 90s, it was ridiculous. It was all about the NFC East, the Eagles, the Giants, the Cowboys, Washington. And if you win in this market, the attention will come. If you win on the East Coast in the NFL, the attention will come. That's why they're constantly talking about Dallas. Now, again, they're America's team, but still, whatever Dallas does, win, lose, or draw, they're going to talk about Dallas. If the Giants are any good, like they're 2-0 and they've been getting a lot of run this week. Brian Daboll asked the fans to come out, wear white, okay? And they're going to try to have a whiteout on Monday night against the Dallas Cowboys. And he's urging the fans to come out and support. Like, they've been getting a lot of run this week because if the Giants are good, they're going to run with that, okay? Same thing could be said for Washington. If we're ever good, which we never are, so we never get that kind of publicity, but if we're ever good, they're going to give us a lot of run. Why? Because there's an East Coast bias, and right now the Philadelphia Eagles are enjoying that. But I'm ready to put an end to that shit. Like the fact that we're hearing, Jalen Hurts in the MVP discussion, like I need to dead that shit right now. We need to dead that shit immediately. Okay, so I want this game so bad I can taste this shit. I can taste it. And I can't stand the Eagles, but I've never been one of those guys that's like, oh my God, we gotta beat the Eagles. There have been times, there was a time when the Eagles beat us 6 straight. Before the 2020 season, the Eagles had beat us 6 straight times. And I wanted that one bad, but it wasn't this bad. And I guaranteed victory in that week 1 game for Ron Rivera. I guaranteed victory and we got it. And I wanted that one bad. Of course, I put my neck out on the line and said we were going to win and I guaranteed victory, so I wanted it. But that pales in comparison to how badly I want this football game on Sunday. There's so many factors. Man, the Eagles fans are obnoxious. Oh my God, and it's spreading into their media now. It's crazy, man. Somebody sent me something. I don't know how true this is. I can't confirm nor deny. You know what? I don't even care. At this point, all the talking ceased on Sunday at 1:05 p.m. And then we get to see what the hell actually is going to happen on the field. But I'm just going to say this. The Eagles are currently ranked number 3 in the NFL.com power rankings, which I think is a farce. Okay, the fact that they're that high on the list. I can say this, though. There haven't been many teams that have looked all that impressive. You could argue that the Eagles could be number 2 because the Chiefs honestly weren't all that impressive on Thursday Night Football last week against the Chargers, but they won. So I understand why the Eagles are as high as they are. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have struggled to score. They've dealt with injuries, things of that nature. The Packers aren't the same Packers. So I understand exactly why the Eagles are as high as they are at number 3. I got no problems with that. The Commanders are currently 27th, if I'm not mistaken, in that power rankings. Wow. Okay, cool. We're 27th. Where will we be on Monday after we beat the Philadelphia Eagles is the question. That's what I want to know. Are you going to drop the Eagles down 15 spots because they lost to the 27th team in your power rankings? Or are you going to just drop them a couple of spots to like 5 or 6? And are we going to elevate? Or are you going to leave us down? Oh, they barely beat the Eagles. They make up some bullshit like you always do when it comes to us and leave us down in the 20s. Or are we going to skyrocket to the, to 12 or 13 or something like that? I don't know. I guess we'll find out next week when the power rankings come out after we beat the Eagles this week, I guess. We'll see. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on to in other news, where we'll quickly get to the injury report. Not much to see here. Don't even have the Eagles injury report at the time of this recording. They hadn't put their injury report out. It's not really necessary, though. We can look at the one from yesterday, and I can tell you exactly what's going to happen here. So for Washington, on their side of things, we talked about this already. No surprises here. Casey Tuhill, concussion, and Daniel Wise, ankle sprain, are both out for Sunday's game. We already knew that was going to be the case. I told you that on Wednesday. Like, these guys aren't playing this week. Cam Curl expected to play with the thumb injury. He's practiced fully all week long. That's not a surprise. Wes Schweitzer expected to play. He's practiced fully all week long. Not a surprise. James Smith-Williams with the abdominal and David Mayo with his ankle are questionable. Didn't even know David Mayo was listed on the injury report. James Smith-Williams with the oblique, we talked about that. He said it just felt like he felt like he overworked himself. He was going to be fine. I take his word at face value. If he doesn't play, then I question him. Anytime he says anything about his health moving forward, you've lost credibility with me. So, and it may not even be up to him. The doctors may say, hey, you can't play in this game. But that's still, you can't tell me, don't Darius Geis me. Hey, I'm fine. And then 15 minutes later, we find out he's got a torn ACL and he's out for the season. Don't Darius Geis me, okay? Hey, I'm good. I just felt like I overworked it a little bit, and then you don't play on Sunday. So I expect James Smith-Williams to play in this game. Lord knows we need it. We need all the bodies up front that we can get to try to corral Jalen Hurts, keep him in the pocket, and keep him honest. So hopefully JS Dub is able to go in this football game. Meanwhile, you take a look at the Philadelphia Eagles. And again, this is the same one from yesterday. And there's really no reason to replace this because there's only 3 guys up here that mean anything to us. Avonte Maddox, Hassan Reddick, and Quez Watkins. Those are the 3 that have any type of meaning because those are legitimate, guys that are out of this game or have had injuries or something go awry that has had them be limited in practice. But that's all they've been. They haven't missed practice. They've been limited in practice. Every single player on this list is playing on Sunday. They don't have a single guy out, okay, with an injury this week. So disregard anything with the Eagles. All of their players will be playing. They've got no excuses. Everybody's accounted for and present. Good. I want it that way when we deliver this L. So, Trance, Getting back to in other news, I'm juiced, as you can tell. I'm amped for this game. Been waiting for this for quite some time. You know, the offseason seemed a million months away when we were talking about this game. And now we're finally here. So without any further ado, let's not waste any time. Let's get to the game plan. Let's talk about what it's going to take to get this victory over the Philadelphia Eagles in week number 3, as the Carson Wentz revenge tour makes its next stop. Offensively, we're going to start against this Eagles defense and what it's going to take for us to be victorious. So the first key to victory: protect Wentz and the Duke. I had to put this first. Normally I put this at the back end, number 4, number 3 or number 4, somewhere. No. Because last week, the reason we started off so sluggish was because they didn't do a good enough job of protecting Carson Wentz. Wentz could have done some things himself to maybe alleviate some of the pressure. Scott Turner himself could have maybe done some things differently to alleviate some of the pressure. But when it's all said and done, if the offensive line just protects, there were guys open, okay? There were players open. There were opportunities to be had, and the offensive line simply didn't hold up their end of the bargain. We need them to do that this week. I can tell you right now, there isn't an Aiden Hutchinson on this defensive line. Fletcher Cox is 87 years old. I feel really good about our guys against their guys in the trenches in terms of pass protection. Now, run game, I can't speak to that. I don't think we're a dominant run rush offense, and we don't move bodies. So I think the Eagles may be able to stop our run game, but pass protection wise, I think we should be able to do a quality job. Brandon Graham is the only guy that I look at and say, damn, we better make sure we block him. He could be problematic. Josh Sweat has some get off too, but I like our chances against Josh Sweat. He's also a guy that you have to keep an eye on too, as well. But protect Wentz and the Duke. We've turned it over in each of the first 2 games. How about a turnover-free game for a change? How about one of those? Okay. How about not giving up a sack in this game? Keeping Wentz nice and clean. Allow him to survey the field and go through his reads and find the open man. That'd be nice as well. Key number 2, offensively. Everybody eats. All right? Everybody eats. It's enough to go around. There's Terry, there's Curtis, there's Jahan, there's Logan, there's JD, there's Antonio. Everybody eats. All right? Everybody eat. They don't have enough dudes. Yep, they got Darius Slay. He's a dog. They got James Bradbury. He's solid. They got Avonte Maddox. I like him. They don't have enough dudes to cover all the guys that we put out there on the football field. I'll take all of our guys over all of their guys. We know Terry has been able to get open on Darius Slay over the years. It's not easy, and Slay's always there, but Terry always manages to make the play. Okay? I'll take my rookie over James Bradbury if that matchup presents itself. And nobody on their team can cover Curtis Samuel. Nobody. I'll take J.D. McKissick against any of their backs. I'll take Antonio Gibson against any of their linebackers as well. I'll take Logan Thomas in a matchup one-on-one. I like our chances. Everybody eats, okay? It's enough to go around. Key number 3, start fast, finish faster. So one of the things we've struggled with over the years, and this has been well documented, is starts to games, okay? I've talked about not even just starting games, but starting the season off faster. That's been one of the rallying cries. Change the narrative. That's what we've been talking about. One of the narratives that we're looking to change is that we can't start fast in football games, that we can't start seasons off fast. Change the narrative. Well, here's a great opportunity. At home against the Philadelphia Eagles, who everybody thinks is going to come in and drub Washington and leave 3-0. Start fast in this game like you did week 1 against Jacksonville. But this time, don't take your foot off the gas pedal. The one thing I can say about this team thus far in the first 2 weeks is we finished games strong. Wasn't enough against Detroit, but we didn't punt in the second half. It was enough against Jacksonville after 2 straight turnovers, 2 straight touchdowns. This offense is dynamic. It's explosive. We can do what we need to do if we do it for 4 quarters. Can't find yourself down 14-3. Can't find yourself down 14-0. Can't find yourself down 17-0 in this ball game and expect to come back and win. Don't spot them a massive lead and expect that they're going to allow us back into the game. Start fast, finish faster. Next key to the game offensively. Run with purpose and convert third downs. So I talked about this yesterday behind enemy lines. Eagles are one of the best teams in getting off the field, 3 and outs in the league. They are great at getting 3 downs, getting you off the field, getting their offense back to football with an opportunity to score. One of the things we've heard from various offensive players this week is this. We got to get the first down. Just get 1 first down, and then we get the engine revved up, and then it's hard to stop us. We get into a rhythm. We didn't do that against Detroit. That was the problem in that game. We didn't get into a rhythm until the second half. We didn't get that first down until the second half. Convert third downs. We've been really good on third downs this season. We've been a really good third down offense. That's got to continue in this football game. We got to continue to be a quality third down offense. And the way to do that is to be selective when you run the football. Run it with purpose. Don't just run the football in this game to say you're balanced. I don't want to hear that shit. Run the football because you've got a great look. Run the football because you've spread them out. They're expecting pass and boom, you hit them with a run. Don't run the football because there was an incomplete pass on 1st down and 10. Now it's 2nd and 10, and you don't want to be in 3rd and 10, so you're going to just run it up there, gun power, and get a gain of 2. And now it's 3rd and 8. Don't do that. That's not running with purpose. That's running because I don't want to have another incomplete pass, and I'm scared that it might be 3rd and 10. Hell, I'd rather throw it on 2nd and 10, have it be incomplete, and then run it on 2nd and 10 and get 2 yards or 1 yard and have it be 3rd and 8 or 9. I'd much rather have the attempt of trying to pick up 5 or 6 through the air than some, frivolous, unnecessary, dumb inside run that has no chance. Run with purpose. Run with purpose. Understand why you're running, who you're attacking. Run with purpose. We're not a good enough rush offense to just be running it just because. I'd rather you give it to Carson and let him sling it if you're going to waste the play trying to run the football into the teeth of the Eagles defense with no plan. Run with purpose. Know who you're attacking, why you're attacking that guy. If you've seen something on film that you like, you've seen how they maybe overrun plays too aggressive, set some shit up. Give it to these wide receivers. They've been very successful this year running the football. Run with purpose. Don't just run because. Then finally, offensively, what are field goals? We don't do those around here. We score touchdowns, man. All right? Keep that trend going. And Joey, don't piss me off, okay? Please don't piss me off this week, Joey, because you don't want to piss me off. Don't piss me off. Make your extra points. If we do happen to send you out there for your first field goal attempt of the year, make it, please. I don't really give a shit where it's from. 55, 45, 35. Make the kick, okay? I would prefer to continue tasting pay dirt. That's all we've known this season. We don't settle for field goals. We punch it in the end zone. I'd like to continue that trend. At some point, though, we're going to have to start settling for some field goals. I'm aware of this. But while we've got this streak going, hey, why not keep the party going, okay? If we scoring touchdowns, if we're perfect in the red zone, keep the party going. What's a field goal? Let's punch that thing in the end zone. Joey, I'm going to say it one more time, and I like you and I trust you. Don't piss me off. Let's transition to the defense and what it's going to take to get it done against this dynamic Eagles offense. First key to the game. Constant game pressure on Hurts. I've said this during the course of this week. Jalen Hurts and a lot of these mobile quarterbacks to me are the best front runners. Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Jalen Hurts. I could go on and on and on. These guys are the best front runners in the entire NFL. When shit's going well, when they're out in front, they know how to bury you, okay? And they play well. They play with confidence. They can do whatever the hell they want to do. The run is an option. The pass is an option. They got you by the balls. But you know when these quarterbacks struggle, you know why Lamar Jackson struggles in the postseason? You know why Kyler Murray is a guy that some question, you know why Jalen Hurts is a guy that I still question? Because I don't think when game pressure is applied that he's going to respond in a manner that's going to lead to a ton of victories. He'll get you every now and again, just like Kyler Murray got the Raiders last week. I mean, that's the ultimate game pressure. Game's on the line every time you got the ball down the stretch, and he made every single play. But that's generally not what Kyler Murray does. Just like generally, that's not what Jalen Hurts usually does. Okay? So what I mean is, against Detroit, they were up 38-21 in the fourth quarter. They were dominating that game. After falling down 7-0 after the Lions' first possession, the Eagles pretty much took control of that football game. And it allowed Hurts, who started that game off very, very skittish, okay? When that game pressure was great, when that Lions crowd was in the game, he was 0-5. He was feeling a little bit of that pressure. And then they were able to take that pressure off him. They were able to run the football. He was able to complete a couple of passes to A.J. Brown. They were able to tie the game up, ultimately take the lead, and never relinquish it. As a matter of fact, they jumped out to a big lead. He got to exhale. Oh, I can just calm down now. I can just play my game. He never trailed against Minnesota, and it really was never close against Minnesota. They got to do all kinds of stupid shit. Block kick. He threw a dumbass pick. Guess what? The game was never in the balance, okay? There was never any game pressure on Jalen Hurts. He got to do whatever the hell he wanted to do. Run for 30 yards, spin, carry 3 dudes on his back into the end zone. Hey, shit's sweet when you up 24-7. What happens when you down 24-14? What happens when the game is tied at 24? What happens when you're only up 3 in the third quarter? And they've scored on 2 straight possessions. And they're knocking on the door. Can he respond? I don't know. Maybe he can and maybe he will. I haven't seen it yet this season because they haven't been put in that situation. Put some game pressure on his ass. From the word go, from the opening kickoff, put game pressure on Jalen Hurts' ass and see how he handles it. And if he handles it well, I tip my cap to him. Touche, bro. You got it. You got it. But I need to see it first. Next key to the game defensively. Limit the TNT and C4. Make them earn it. You guys know what the hell I'm talking about, man. The explosives, man. Explosives. Limit the explosives. Okay? Yep, they got A.J. Brown. Yep, they got Devontae Smith. Yep, they got Quez Watkins. Yep, they got Miles Sanders. Yep, they got Jalen Hurts. They got a bunch of dudes that can make explosive and dynamic plays just like that. We have to limit them. Look, they're gonna get their fair share. They're gonna get 3 or 4 explosives, and I shouldn't even say explosives. They're gonna get 3 or 4 chunk plays, minimum, bare minimum. 18, 24. I'm talking about the 38. I'm talking about the 44. I'm talking about the 50. The shit we gave up against the Lions. I'm talking about those. Those can't happen in this game, or you're begging to lose. Look, they're going to get 18, a gain of 22, a gain of 17, a gain of 27. Those are going to happen. They happen throughout the course of an NFL game. What we can't allow is the shit the Vikings gave up to Quez Watkins, where there's not a guy within 12 yards of him as he jaunts into the end zone from about 58 yards out. Can't happen. We can't allow Jalen Hurts to run up the sideline, decide, you know what? Now I'm going to cut it back, get inside the 5, and then I'm going to drag 3 dudes into the end zone. Not from 35 yards out. That can't happen. We've got to limit the C4 and the TNT, okay? If they want a little firecracker, not the kind that blows your fingers off, just one of those little pop firecrackers. They want a couple of those? Yeah, they can have those. A little sizzler. Oh, shit. It make you jump a little bit, but you ain't scared. I'm scared of C4. I'm scared of TNT. Limit that. They want to have fun with some of the little firecrackers over there. Knock themselves out. Go ahead. Limit the explosives, though. No TNT, no C4. Just tell them to save that shit for next week. Next key to the game. Hurts so good. Rather, Hurts not so good. I don't know if y'all peep game, but Jalen Hurts is in the process of trademarking the phrase Hurts so good. Good for him. He's got a little clothing line and all of the stuff that he's trying to do. Hey, I can't knock the hustle. But in this particular game, shit shouldn't hurt so good. Hurts needs to not be so good. So we need to find a way to make Jalen Hurts beat us through the air. Keep his ass in the pocket. Easier said than done. I know, okay? The Eagles run a ton of RPO. They run read option. They run a lot of stuff that makes it tough on a defense. They put a lot of stress on you. It is imperative that everyone do their job. You know what I want to see? You know when Jacksonville decided they wanted to run a read option and Trevor Lawrence tried to pull it, and immediately we took the back and then we took Trevor Lawrence down for like a 2-3 yard loss. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I want to be all over that shit. Make him make a decision. I don't want him back there for 5-6 seconds, running around, extending the play. Somebody's going to come open. We got to make Jalen Hurts a passer. And again, if he succeeds in that role with limited success on the ground, I tip my cap. Maybe you are growing as a passer. But make him prove it. Make him prove it. I don't believe you. You need more people. You're still a running back that just happens to be able to throw the football. Prove me wrong. Make him prove us wrong. Dallas Goedert and A.J. Brown. CBS with those two fellas there in particular. All right. So wise man once said, so I keep one eye open like CBS. You see me stressed, right? Can I live? These two boys are trying to make sure we don't live. So I'm keeping one eye open like CBS on Dallas Goedert, who has been a Washington killer over the years, and Mr. A.J. Brown, who is leading the Philadelphia Eagles in targets by 10 over the next closest receiver. Those are the go-to guys. They scored 38 points against the Lions without Devontae Smith catching a pass. Not to say that you can dismiss him, because he could be a problem too real quick. Quez Watkins is the speed demon of the group. Keep an eye on him as well. But these are the two guys. When they decide to take to the air, and you know what it is, we got to find a way to slow down the ground game. It's the one thing I'm not confident about, which scares me because the Eagles are one of the best rush teams in football. But Cam Curl coming back gives me just a wee bit more confidence than normal going into a game in terms of stopping the run. He's not going to fix all of the ills that we have stopping the run, but he damn sure helps. But when they decide to take to the air, I got one eye open like CBS on Dallas Goedert, and the other one's open looking at A.J. Brown. You're not going to stop those dudes. I'm just asking you to contain them. Similar to Jalen Hurts running the football. You're not going to stop Jalen Hurts from running the football because the Eagles will run him 17 times if they have to. You're not going to stop that shit. But what you can do is contain his ass. Same with these two targets here. You're not going to stop A.J. Brown from getting his 7 to 15 targets in this game. He's going to be somewhere in that window. And he's going to catch 5 to 10 balls in this game. If it's 7 for 67, I'll take it. That's a minimal impact. But if it's 7 for 147, we got our ass kicked. And our eyes weren't open like CBS. Same for Dallas Goedert. He's going to get his anywhere from 5 to 10 targets in this game. And he's going to have anywhere from 3 to 8 catches in this game. You're not going to stop that from happening. What you have to make sure that doesn't happen is that those 3 catches don't go for 82 yards, including a 33-yard touchdown where nobody was around him up the seam. If it's 4 catches for 17 yards, job well done, fellas. Job well done. Pat yourself on the back. But if it's 4 for 92, if it's 4 for 72, if it's 4 for 67, we got. Lastly, defensively. Can we please get a damn turnover? I'm begging now. I'm on my Keith Sweat now. Please. I'm on some Gerald Levert. May he rest in peace. Please. Can we get a turnover this week, defense? Please. I'm begging you. Please. Give me a turnover. I just want what? Why are you making me beg like this, man? It's come to this way. You got me begging up here for a turnover for one? Can I just get one? And I ain't talking about some garbage time into the game turnover right before halftime. They threw a Hail Mary and we picked it up. I'm talking about a real live turnover when this shit matters. Can I get one, please? I ain't even being greedy, man. I just want one. I don't care how we get it. Special teams. Jalen Hurts. Miles Sanders. I don't care. Just want one. That's it. Just one. Just one. Can we finally find a way to force a turnover? Just once. All right. So that takes me to the final outcome of this game. This is going to be fun, man. I'm going to enjoy this game start to finish. There are going to be some moments when I'm nervous, when I'm upset. At the end of the day, though, the good guys are going to prevail in this game. They're going to make me a happy man. They're going to make good on my promise. And I'm going to come up here, and you know what I'm going to do? The first thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to say nothing for the first 5 seconds of the video. After the game, I'm just going to smile. That's it. Just smile. I like your smile. I really do. I just want to smile at the end of this game. And I think I will. 33-29 good guys get in the win column and give the Eagles their first mark in the right-hand column. These boys think they running away with this thing, right? They think they taking off and they running away with the division 3-0. Washington's 1-2. The Giants don't know what's going to happen on Monday night with them, but if Dallas takes care of them, they're no longer unbeaten, and they're the only team unbeaten in the division. They think they're going to take off and run away. Come here. Where the hell you think you going? Get your ass back here, man. We all 2-1 in this bitch. Where you going? 33-29. Good guys. Get it done. So you know what it is, man. Metaphor, congratulations again for winning the tickets. But you know what it is. You know what you got to do. And anybody else that's going to be in attendance for this game, you know what it is. You know what you got to do. One mission, one goal, one band, one sound. You know what it is. Everybody, bring it in. Everybody, come on. Get in here. F them on me. F them on 3. 1, 2, 3. F 'em.
Here comes the diesel. Here comes the diesel. There's the snap. Hand to Riggins. Good hole. He's got the first down to the 40. He's gone. The 35, the 30, the 20.